All right, that's the hole right there. Just caught number 5. It's a very modest 5 fish today. I had a scene the other day. It's my thumbnail on one of my videos where I'm doing like that. So let me strike another pose. Boy, that was an epic day that day. Now, this has been a disappointing day of fishing. I got a pretty brown right off the bat. I mean, he was nice. I think about 12 inches at least. He's a stockfish. Then I got a little rainbow, a little wild bow that I probably was on the verge of really shouldn't have been keeping. Then I got another stock brown that's about 10 inches, but he's so skinny. And then I got a wild brown that was the prettiest one of the day. He was probably 10 inches. And then I got another wild brown right here in this hole that I was just now showing you. And here is the challenge. I got to walk all the way back up this creek. I got an option, and I always talk about it. This road right here is the busiest road in the county. It's curvy, it's dangerous. It's sunny out there today, it'd probably be all right. It's a long walk back though. I don't want to walk back on the road here, all the way back to the car. I've gone a long ways. So here's the challenge. I'm gonna backtrack. I never thought I'd make it this far down because this is about where I start at if I'm gonna walk it upstream. So I'm doing double work today, fishing all the way down. I caught 5 fish. Can I get back to the vehicle and get 2 more fish and finish up my mission? That is the challenge. I'm not gonna bet, you know, there's nobody to bet or nothing like that about it. But, and even if I could, I don't think I would bet on myself to catch 2 fish, 2 keeper fish in between here. I know I tell you this, I feel very confident there are 2 fish between here and there. I can almost guarantee you that. There's probably 7 or 10, or 15 or 20. That's not the question. But I think I can do it. I always fish better going back up. I know in that big hole up there, you know, it's been, I don't know how long ago now where I missed that rainbow. Maybe I can get back in there and get a fish. I think that rainbow, even if he don't bite again, I think he stirred up that hole. He jumped a couple of times or whatever and probably scared anything else that might have been in there too. So he might be the only fish in there. You know, he might bite again, he might not. But I think I can do it. I wouldn't bet on it though. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't bet on catching 2 more keepers. But we'll see how good I got it on the way down. I didn't, especially in this section right here. I really didn't fish it all that hard. I think there's a lot more nooks and crannies. So we'll see. Hopefully I can be successful on this little mission, or a challenge. Little challenge right here. I started to say it's like Michael Jordan. I don't want to compare myself to Michael Jordan, man. But you know, I could tell by me just making a challenge for myself, and I'm filming it and all of that. He did give me a little more gusto. Now I'm hung up again. Boy, I've been hung up all day long. I got it out. That's good. I got my hook and everything. Got my hook back and all that. I got to get set up better, man. There's a few adjustments that need to be made with my fishing gear. I used to have a box. I don't know what in the world happened to it. A little box that was my dad's. I remember all my life, man, my dad had that and I had it. It was in his creel, and you know, I carried it for a little while when I was using his creel after he died. And I put it up somewhere. I think I quit using his creel and switched and something. And I don't know what happened to that little box that had spinners in it. I had it, gosh. I made that video talking about the agony of the feet. That's why I got that brown trout spinner out of Panther Martin brown trout. Didn't even know that was called a brown trout. I put it on one day. And I caught one. Real high water conditions. I caught one. And then I went, kept fishing it. And I got to a spot. And I lost a big fish and he broke it off. So I had to start looking for that spinner to see, you know, what it was. I realized that's what they call the brown trout. I'm assuming that imitates a brown trout. And it makes sense because the blade's brown and it's got red spots. So I'm gonna try to move a little faster. Going back up, I'm ready to go. My back's killing me, and I forgot to take ibuprofen this morning. I forgot to put my boot guards in. I mean my insoles in. I don't have no insoles in these boots. My feet ain't hurting too bad. It's just my heel, man. I got a heel spur. That's what the doctor told me a long time ago now. Back in 6 months ago at least. And another thing started hurting so bad, you know, it's kind of off and on, and you know, it hurt a couple of days and then it won't. I don't know what I did. I don't know how I aggravated it or whatever, but I was just thinking 30 minutes ago right up here, I was just thinking about it, man. I was like, man, I might just call the doctor and just ask him how much it is to go see the foot doctor without insurance, man. I might just go do that because this thing is just, I'm about had enough of it. The only bad thing is, the regular doctor told me about it. She said, well, usually they go away on themselves, on their own, but you know, you need to try to stay off of it or whatever, so it can heal up. She's like, but if it doesn't, you might have to have it surgically removed. Cutting into my heel? Ooh, boy, that don't sound good, man. That really don't sound good. That calcium buildup in my heel. I don't understand why it would feel fine one day. Maybe it moves around in there or something. Must be what it is. It's moving around. Whatever, but I don't like where it landed this time. So to refresh the story, you know, I'm at I don't know why. I don't know why this is, but I mean, I feel more just better walking upstream. Like more balanced and everything. As I say that, I'm about to take a tumble. I guess it's just what you're used to. But what I was going to say is to reset the scene, this water's up a little bit. We got rain here, I think it's Sunday, today's Thursday, and the water's still up. They got a good bit of rain. There was a flash flood in town where some people's cars got stuck and they had to get pulled out of their car. Had to come up out of the sunroof and get rescued by somebody and all of that. And I really don't like the way this worms go. 2 pieces of worm is too big. I don't know how many inches of rain they got. It must have been significant. As you know, with a flash flood, the way it is like, I would gamble to say, from what I saw some of the pictures, I would think it was probably 6 or 7 inches, but I know this happened, when was it? Gosh, it's been 5 years ago now. They got about 7 or 8 inches here between Friday night and Saturday night, and I'll say 24, a little bit longer period, 24, 30, like 32 hours or something like that. And I think it had rained a little bit earlier in the week, and then but it really hit like 7, 8 inches like in a little bit over a day, right? And when it did that, I know the water was still high for a whole week, like I'm experiencing right now. And you know, the fishing just really turned on. But I'm imagining probably more along the lines of what happened on this one is they might have just got an inch or two, but it just came so fast that it all dropped like in an hour or something like that. I'm thinking it's something more along those lines, and they might have got more than that. Might have got 3 or 4. I'm gonna try to find out and see if I can find what the rain total was on that flash flood. But whatever it was, I tell you, that was Sunday and this is Thursday, and I can tell that this water's still up. So I can tell you it was significant. It made a difference out here for sure. I'm surprised this water's still up like this. I didn't even realize it, like, I got out here this morning. I sure didn't realize it before I got out here and started fishing, but I noticed it pretty quick. The first hole I was in, I could kind of tell, wow, this water is up. But there's a fish there, man. Like I say, it's one of them things. It's so swift, it's hard to. If you don't just inhale it. He wasn't big enough to keep. I wouldn't have kept him for the challenge or anything. But yeah, I think they got less inches than much that every time, but it just came a lot quicker. see if it's easier to stay in the creek than to get on that bank. There's a lot of roots. Alright, I made it over that. I started to say sometimes, but it's very often. You fish like I do, and I'm bad about, and I talked about this one day not too long ago. I'm bad about casting out and just letting it go because there's been so many holes I've fished that was like big deep holes, and I felt like it wasn't getting to the bottom. And I've had, had a lot of success like that. I just cast out and just stop, just let it go. Let the line just go, right? Let it drop. Do whatever it's gonna do. But I was talking about one day recently, you need to be conscious. What I started to say just now, it just happened to me, is I had so much slack in my line, and my split shot, between my split shot and my leader or whatever, had gotten twisted around a rock, and it made it feel like there was a bite. It happened again just now. And there's one thing I wish I can sit here and tell you I've realized what the problem is, but I'm not fixing it. I wish I was better about not leaving that slack in my line certain times. If you're in a big deep hole, that's different. Let it sink down, no problem. But when the water's swift and it's moving, but it's not necessarily all that deep, you need to kind of keep your bait moving. In other words, if you can see the bottom, and I pretty much can all the way through this creek, except for in places where, the swift water might be deterring me. I always say, where you can't see the bottom, that's where it's the cash, but if you can see the bottom, you probably need to keep your line a little bit tighter. Keep it, that way it keeps your bait moving. You just want to keep your bait moving, I think. I tell you, man, well, there's a lot of people here that's thrown out a lot of glass. It's amazing how many of these bottoms I find, man. To a bottom, I mean, That's pretty much phased out. I mean, look at those pieces, man. About ready to change this worm off, man. I don't like that way that worm looks. I want to switch this back out. I'm casting too many good looking holes and not come back into anything. Get over here, that's what I was just talking about. This is where I caught that. The nicest fish of the day is just in this hole, just above right here. Commonly holds fish. See that same thing happen right there with just what I was just now talking about. I let my line go slack, but I mean that water's so swift right there. I'm not gonna stop it there. And like I say, that goes with my rule that I was talking about. Is like if you can see the bottom, and I really can't see the bottom over there, so I'm letting it go slack. I know that water is so swift over there, man. You kind of have to let it go. There's probably nothing here because I caught that other fish here a while ago. I fished this real good when I was coming down here a while ago. There's a lot right there that there's a lot good right there. Obviously the water's so swift, it's bringing on food. I don't know if you can see there's a whirlpool on the bank over there like I always talk about. It's hitting this rock right here. It's hitting that rock going back, and also that rock itself is kind of undercut, I think. So fish could be underneath that rock. I think I've seen them there before. kind of caught them there. I probably hit right around that rock before. So they could be in the swift, they could be under the rock, they could be on the bank in that slow water. A lot of options for a fish. It's kind of a whole lot like. Well, I've been dealing with all year in this creek right here, man. It's places that's hard to stand and maneuver. You see that whirlpool? Look at that stick over there, man, on the bank is going backwards. I should have probed over there in that whirlpool a little bit better before I cast it up here on this right hand side of this, the non-predominant side. Yeah, like I said, there probably ain't nothing here. I need to keep moving. No big deal, but I cast it over there. I cast it over there before, and I cast it over there just now. My line's hung up good under a rock over here, so I'm gonna have to get it out. Tell you something, man. Some hard walking out here. Some hard walking out here, buddy. I had a bite over there, but it's only just a leaf. I need to keep going back over here to just start on the bank. Bank over here. It's easier walking. There's a couple of things, man. I can't find that rock that I was talking about, and that up there. By the big hole. Well, I thought I was going to turn around and go back the other way. It's the last one I was really planning on coming to that day. But this might be it. This might be that rock. I think it might be. I just don't remember. I thought it was flatter than that. I don't remember it being so slanted. I think that is it. I caught one on either side of it that day. It's been 5 years ago. I can't find the video. I caught the first fish, the one on the left hand side. I'll have to look that back up. If I can get organized. I'm getting better with my videos as far as dating them. And I save them. I'm putting in a folder that's got the date on it. There's a fish there, but I can tell it ain't big enough to keep. I might have to probe this a little bit better. You know what I would say what might have happened is these rocks right here. Might have come up here. There was one. Still doing the bite too. I'm getting mixed up between the chubs and the trout again, man. This is just like that other one I caught up there. Right in the basement in the same spot. Another stockfish. They're skinny, man. What are they doing? Why are they eating these fish? Ooh, we're just halfway there now. We got to get one more fish. To complete this challenge. I didn't fish by that log over there, so hopefully there'll be one over there, and then I can head on back in. All right. Oh man, I'm gonna picky about how my work. Didn't put a piece on. I put a whole, a new worm on there, but he's not in good condition. That's amazing. You see no power lines or nothing? Man, look at that. Look at that gap right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a power line. Yeah. I don't know how they cut that. Maybe they went through there because, it's a mountain right there. It is the mountain basically. So maybe there wasn't that many trees there or something. Alright. No more glass picking and tree looking and all of that. We gotta get a fish here. This is gonna be our best chance. Dang it. Sometimes if you just drop, stop, shut them up, shop. Put the DMX on them. Sometimes you get lucky. Just comes out by itself. Something was chasing it. Looked like a chub. Very small something. Well, but I thought there would be one over here, man. Oh, I thought there would be one over here. Ain't doing good. The worms are dying off on me. I wonder was that I put some worm bedding in there. I wonder was it a little dry. I don't think that's the answer to what I need. I guess I'm lucky about these worms though. Got last night checking on them. Oof. And I noticed that one of my containers was frozen. How in the world did that happen? You know, it's beyond me. So I took it out. I left it out all night. We got it this morning. I said, well, I'll just check them in the morning. See. I was just now thinking, I was wondering, were these logs right here, were they the ones that was on the bridge that washed away? But nah, them logs right here is bigger than the one that was down on the bridge. Same length. They're bigger around now. I got them out. I guess it wasn't frozen all the way through or whatever, because I got them out this morning and you could tell that some of them had had a tough go of it. But they were all pretty much all intact. There might have been a devil in there. This rock right here used to be a good hole. I don't know what in the world happened. That was a bite. Pretty decent bite. This rock right here, if you will, on the other side of it, it's a big time undercut. Getting up under that rock. It's like getting way back down in there. The thing is though, these holes changed, man, because it used to be deep right there, man. Right there in the middle, where that rock is. I can almost stand on it now. It used to be deep right there. Yeah, I could go stand on it. Wouldn't want to go stand on it. I don't think I could have got out there without getting wet before. Because on all sides of it, it was like it was too deep. We could get close to it. Strange. Yes, I just remember it, man. I just remember this. I think I was trying to fish there one time. But I think I missed them there more than not because you just can't get it under there where it needs to be. I told about it. I told about it that you shouldn't. If you got the he got me loose. Thank you, buddy. You got to keep it moving, man. You got to keep that line moving. I say one is good. Right there where that white stuff is. There will be one up under it for sure. Look at that. Something broke that wood over there. Right there behind it. Low profile. Low profile. I'm gonna feel like I put it out of something's mouth there. There's gotta be some fish right in here. It's getting hot, man. it wasn't even supposed to get that hot today. That's another thing, you know. I never do finish the story. But, you know, I was talking about the rain, you know, that happened here last weekend. And for whatever reason, it was a little warm last week, I think. I don't know, you know, it's probably just, you know, typical. Maybe it's probably a little above average. I'm thinking it was like probably higher, like about 80 here all last week. I don't know, I didn't keep up with it. I know back home seemed like it was going to be kind of miserable to me, but it ended up being not too bad. There was some days it was off and on. The week before that rain came, it was that Monday. It wasn't that bad. It was like 80 for the high back home, but it might even been 70 something. And then the next several days it was like 90 back home. Or, you know, it probably wasn't. It was probably like 80, 85, 86. And then, so that made me think it was probably like 80 here, or, you know, 75 to 80 here. I know it seemed like last Monday it wasn't that bad back home. And then the next day it was hot, then the next day it was not as cool as it was Monday, but not as hot as it was Tuesday. Seemed like Thursday and Friday seemed like one of them days, Thursday or Friday wasn't that bad. Then Saturday it started getting hot for sure. It was pretty miserable Saturday to me. That was Memorial Day weekend. To me, that was probably about the hottest day. It was that day and like maybe Wednesday before or something. Anyways, basically what I'm getting at is last week it was pushing 90 at home. It was pushing 80 here. And this week, I don't know what it did the last couple of days, but I think it was consistent with what I'm about to say. But let's see, the thing came Sunday, the rain came, and then every day since then the high's been like 70. It's been pretty nice. In fact, it's been probably in the 60s. It was cool last night, man. I ain't kidding. And I was chilly this morning, man. I was real chilly this morning. For sure. Old school thing, man. Man, there was a lot of activity there on my rod tip. I think there's some rock there or something. I'm gonna sit down for a minute here. I better get back up too easy. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Well, time to quit recording this. Oh, wait, I'm way over. Took a good at least 15-minute break right there, man. Had to sit down for a minute. This is the best hole right here, man. Of course, you know, they call fish out here all day. There's another one in there. There we go, challenge done. Wow, man. Love it. I gotta love that. I got to love that. Got it done, boy. Sat right there. Don't know if that made a difference or not. I sat right there for 20 minutes because my back was hurting. And I just sat down and I heard something moving. I got real quiet. I soaked it in, man, right here. Really dreading this walk, but maybe it won't be too bad. I'm about to cook this bad boy up tonight though, right here. Pretty bow. Pretty little wild bow right there, man. This is, man, look, this place just, I just can never get enough of this place, man. He's not big, but that's perfect eating size. And man, the scenery around this place is just something. It really is, man. But what I was gonna say, I was just sitting down right here, and it got kind of cloudy for a minute. Felt good. It got real quiet out here, man. Even though there's a busy road right over there, it just got real quiet. There's my day's work. I used to always dump them out when I got 6. And I would count them and I would re-rinse them. You'll get some more blood out of them if you do that off of that inner part of that spine. But I found this year, man, one thing is, I used to always do that to make sure I wasn't over or under, but I'm an accountant, man, so I'm pretty good at counting, and I know that's 7, and I don't think I've ever missed it, even though I always used to double check it all the time. But I found out, you know, this year I've just actually just started taking them home, put them in the sink, and just wash them out like that. It works quite nice. But man, what, you know, I love this stretch, I love this creek, all of that, man. But I'll tell you the story what I was fixing to tell. As I start hitting the road, I'm just gonna take it easy, just slow and steady all the way. I got a long haul. But you know there's got to be another fish over there, man. There's got to be. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was sitting down back there and it got real quiet, it got cloudy. I was just, tell you the truth, man, I was on my phone. I was just looking around on my email, eBay and stuff, Facebook. And it got so quiet right there, and I noticed, I heard something moving behind me. I kind of got scared. I thought it might be a snake. I'm like, oh man. You know? So I guess it's time for me to get up and get moving. And I looked up and it was one of those things. I've seen more of them today than I've seen all year. It must have, it's time for them to kind of come out of hibernation or whatever. It's those things, it's like a mix between a mouse and a squirrel. The two were chasing each other this morning. And when they saw me, they kind of calmed down. Those ones this morning, I think that one kind of hid, which is, I think it's kind of hiding from me and from the other one. And the other one kind of froze and just kind of started staring at me. And I think if I would have walked towards it, it would have booked, you know. So I got it on my footage. I recorded it, so. If you ever get a full version of this day trip right here, it's right there at the very beginning of this whole video. And I don't know, that'd be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure that you can probably see it on footage. But anyways, that one back there, he must have been right at my back, man. And I turned around and I saw him running up the bank and ducking underneath the bushes or something. But I was kind of surprised that he was willing to get that close to me. Yeah, it's a probably pretty easy walk for most of, you know, all of this flat water right here. And as I said before, you know, honestly, man, a smart man might just try to climb out here and walk back on the road, but I really don't like walking on this road right here. So I'm gonna just take it easy, I'll probably regret it because it ain't too bad. It's just when you get up there to those big holes, yeah, what I was saying, it's just that when you get up there to those big holes up here, it gets kind of tricky. Bigger rocks. There's bigger rocks in this Swift and all of that. This part here's a cake deal. I can walk through this one right here. Right here. But anyways, I guess there's not really much left to talk about. Just how many hours ago, probably a couple hours ago, I was up here where I'm talking about it was Swift and every time I wasn't winning. Coming back with a limit You know, a couple of small ones, couple of 3 small ones. Them 2 skinny ones and then 2 nice browns. But man, just to be able to get out here. It sure wasn't my best fishing day by far. Probably not the best video. But just be able to get back out here, man, it's a blessing. And I'll take that limit right there. It's not the best. It's one of my worst this year, probably. But to be honest with you, it's still pretty satisfying just to get out here, conquer this stretch of water and all of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off because I'm getting to the tricky part. So I'll try to keep the camera going in case I fall. I can click it on. Maybe we can get some underwater footage. But until next time, I enjoyed it. Thank you. I got 17% on this battery. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on recording a little bit because I'm back up here in this big hole. One thing what I was gonna say, and I touched on this earlier. When I was 12 years ago, I would have hopped down here with a hop, skip, and a jump across these rocks, but I was just not trying to step down. Now, what I was going to say though, I touched on it. I remember coming here, man, I swear I think it was every other time I've been here besides today. And when you got back here, it was very hard to get across here. It was so deep. Because I remember one time, I walked way up there hoping to fish that big hole a little different, and I did. And I think I caught a fish like that, fishing it from the left-hand side. But if I remember right, I had to come back here. Basically, the right hand was just below this and cross over because like all this right here to the left was so deep that it was over my boot. Today, it's not like that at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to the right just a little bit. You kind of stay there on that. There's a bunch of places like that I've talked about. Is like you come up to a spot where it's, you get those rocks that kind of come across the creek there, and that becomes kind of like a waterfall that backs the water up behind it, obviously, and that's why it's deep on the up side. But you can usually cross right above or below those rocks. I think I've done it before. I think I was doing it below before, but I was able to do it above it today. Man, ooh, what a hole. What a hole, man. That rainbow I lost here in this hole this morning, he was the nicest fish of the day, I think. Not too bad, man. Yeah, not too bad. This spot right here where this tree is a neat little spot. Neat little spot, man. I want to caught them two in that den back there. I could have probably caught them in here. I really think I could. That's a good run right there. I'm not sure where this tree is. I guess I'm done stood up this morning because I got hung up. Step by step, man. Keep on moving. that tree. Well, probably about to sign off because there's very little battery left. Probably gonna sign off automatically, so I'll see y'all. I'm about to make it back and see where this high water came up over these weeds right here. Which obviously makes it easier for me to walk it. Here's the one little hiccup.